Hello and welcome back. This is Doing It Together. My name is Brock and this episode is going to be about how to get your music heard by real life people. Super important part of being a musician and an entertainer. The most important point, the very first point, the only point that you really need to worry about is your music any good? It's a real tough question to ask yourself, but it is the most important question. Your best bet is to get your family involved, get real life people out there inside your world to tell you honestly and openly what they think of your music, and you will find out straight away if it is any good. It also helps to build your initial engagement with your family and friends. So if you're getting a track out there to them and you've posted it on SoundCloud or YouTube, you can share that link with them, and then you're already going to get that. Like sometimes the initial engagement is a crucial point. Like if you give a link to your song and they're the first person that's viewing it and they're not, like an immediate relation or immediate friend of yours, it can sometimes drive the engagement down. So it's good to get it out to people that you know straight away and get those views, get those likes, get those follows up early before you start to push it out onto anyone else. Second of all, make sure you know who you are. Make sure you know what sort of music you're out there putting out. It'll really help you find out sort of what market you need to address in your latest steps. You can't be putting country music out and then attacking an R&B format or an urban magazine. You need to make sure deep inside you know who you are and the music that you're putting out. The first major step is build your network. In a sense, you want to go and attack the market before you even have put your first track out. You want to build your social network and try and add value to whoever you're connecting with. If you're going to go and speak to a magazine, you don't want to just go and hit them up and go, hey man, check out my track. You want to start engaging with them earlier before that and sort of connect with them on their own level before you start, basically pushing your track on them. You want to get people to listen because they want to listen to you and not listen because you're trying to force it down their throat. Thinking like a fan is also another way to sort of bring your music out and to sort of understand where your music might be going. So if you're out there and you want to, we'll go back to R&B music as an example. If you're thinking like a fan, where do you find that music? Where are you looking for it? If you're going to find that brand new tune that you want to, if you're a DJ and you're looking for that new tune, think of like a DJ. Where would he find that tune and where would they access it? So you want to be reaching those markets as well. Not only just reaching your friends and family, but finding the markets where if I was looking for that new tune, that's where I go and find it. And of course, social media, the biggest one. If you want to get out there, it's a good idea to have built your social media fan base before you start bringing out tunes. It helps people already know what you're about and can help them connect with you. Also, another part of building your audience and getting yourself out there is playing live. Getting out there, playing your gigs, playing live every day. Any chance that you can get, you'll get to play your music out there in real life, in the market, and you can see how the market and the customers react. The market is the market is the market. If your music isn't doing well out there live, you can guarantee that it's not going to be good enough to release. Guarantee is a bit of a strong word. You might want to try it in different markets before just, playing your first your first gig, and then it does it poorly, and then you're automatically like, no, I don't want to release that song. That's not the right way to go. Go and play 20, go and play 50 gigs where you're releasing that song and you're playing it out there in good sets. Go and trial it in different sets. You really want to get it out there and trial it in different markets to make sure that you know whether it is a good or a bad song. But making sure you get out there and you play it constantly is a really crucial part. Another thing inside building your audience is building up that visual and audio content. I know I stressed this point massively in another video. 2018 is all about visual and audio content. You don't necessarily have to be leading the market in this area. Just today I was talking to another band. They've gone off and they've recorded this beautiful song, but there's no way for the market to connect with it besides listening to it on their SoundCloud. If I can't see it on your Facebook, if I can't see it on your Instagram, if I can't see it on your YouTube, these are all markets that are easily accessible by other people, and you don't have to go out there and pay someone $1,000 to produce your video for you. You can find people, you can find your friends, you can find someone else that can do it for a couple $100. they're only shooting for 30 minutes most of the time if you're a live performer or if you're a DJ. That's a small amount of footage that they have to get, that they can then cut together and put your music or your song over the top. And don't put the whole track, just put a minute or a 30-second snippet of that song. Find the best part that you think is going to be the one that connects with your market the best, and use that. And you'll find, you can put that across all your socials. People tend to connect with these days, with social media. They're not looking to look at the long form of something just yet. Like if they're just connecting with you, to have something short form that's just the best parts of what you're putting out there, it helps draw them in, so then that way then they can go look at your long form content. Making sure to get that audio and video content out there and saving that money initially instead of spending it on other stupid shit. You want to go and connect with your market and you want to get that short form content. So then it does bring them in to capture them for that long form content. And then last but not least, hired guns. So if you want to get out there and you want to get your music heard by real life people out there, you have to admit to yourself that you are going to have to spend some money at some point. I know I already mentioned going out there and spending money on a videographer, but spending money on marketing is not money wasted. Go out there, get on YouTube, find out how to do targeted marketing through social media, and then also maybe go back to those music bloggers and YouTube bloggers, etc., social media influencers, the ones that might not be your friends, the ones that you might have to pay for plays. There's Instagram influencers that are doing workouts as well, and they need music. They need music to connect with their fans as well, and it's very hard to find music without royalties attached to it that they're going to get their music, you're going to get their video taken down. So if you can go out and find those people that already are getting heaps of views and connect with them and offer your music for free, getting your music heard by people that aren't just inside your market and that might be massive fans of the music and the style of music that you're putting out, but you aren't necessarily connecting with it inside your local market. I find a lot, and this is something I brought up I think in my visual and audio content video as well, a massive trap is thinking you are above this sort of marketing. No one is above this marketing. If you don't spend the time investing in yourself, the fans won't invest the time in you. So you need to make sure that you don't control your ego basically and invest the time in yourself, so that way the fans know who you are, who you truly are. And then, your music will come, like your listens will come straight off the back of that. If you're speaking the truth and you're showing who you are really, there's no stopping you. So that was doing it together, how to get your music heard by real life people. Make sure to spend the time. If you liked it, give me a comment and give me a follow.